our week 13 video today, and we are going to have so much fun continuing to learn about outdoor science and be biologists. Do you remember a biologist is a big name for a scientist who learns about living things like plants and trees and animals and bugs. We are going to have so much fun. But first, let's get started with a song just to get our bodies nice and warmed up. We're going to shake our sillies out. Find a large space where you can move. Are you ready?
We're gonna shake, shake, shake our sillies out. Shake, shake, shake our sillies out. Shake, shake, shake our sillies out. And wiggle our rabbits away. We're gonna clap, clap, clap our strings and clap, clap, clap our strings and clap, clap, clap our strings and wiggle our rabbits away.
Let's stretch it high, stretch it low, stretch in the middle, and ready to
We're
jump.
gonna jump,
Jump, jump our jiggles out, jump, jump, jump our jiggles out, jump, jump, jump our jiggles out, wiggle our waggles away. Let's shake our fingers up high, and shake them down low. Let's shake in the middle.
we're gonna
Stretch.
yawn, yawn our sleepies out. Yawn, yawn our sleepies out. Yawn, yawn our sleepies out. And
Wiggle our waggles away. Let's shake.
We're gonna shake, shake, shake our sillies out. Shake, shake, shake our sillies out. Shake, shake, shake our sillies out. And
Wiggle our waggles away. And wiggle our waggles away today. Woo! Great job, you guys. Okay, we're going to cool it down with our new yoga routine. Do you remember we're learning a new yoga routine? All about a seed growing in the garden. How's your seed from last week doing? Is it starting to get a little sprout? Mine is. Keep watering it and giving it lots of sunshine so that it can grow into a nice big chickpea plant. So now we're going to do our seedling yoga stretch. So we're going to start down in child's pose. Here we go. Try and get your bottom to your heels and stretch your fingers out as far as they go. And then we're going to be the little seedling just barely popping its way out of the ground. So we're going to get into downward dog and stretch our back. And then we're going to slowly, slowly, slowly raise ourselves up into that seedling growing into a nice tall plant with leaves and flowers. Are you ready? Find a spot where you can move. And stretch a little bit. Remember, we're going to start in child's pose.
On a golden springtime, underneath the ground,
Let's move to downward dog.
tiny seedling lay asleep until the sun shone down.
Okay, wake up, little seed. Stretch. Slowly curl your back up. Get into tree pose. And stretch his fingers out as far as they go. Push upward to the light. Great job, you guys. Let's take a deep breath in, smell the flowers, and blow out the birthday candles. I'm going to read the next part of our surprise garden book. Gardens are full of living things. Plants and vegetables are living things because they grow and get bigger. Butterflies are living things because it grows and gets bigger. A rabbit is a living thing. It can grow from a little bunny to a big grown rabbit. And a dog is a living thing. It can grow from a tiny puppy into a great big dog. So let's continue on with our story. We'll first review what we read last week and then continue on a bit. We're planting seeds for a surprise garden. Can you guess what we will grow? There's all the seeds. The seed we planted last week was kind of this shape, a bean shape, right? We don't know, it's a surprise. First, we use our trowel and rake to loosen the soil. Look at them digging in the soil. Did you guys dig to find some soil for your little seedling? Look at all the different kinds of seeds. Mom has given us each a handful of all kinds of seeds. Look at all the different shapes and sizes. Every seed grows a different plant. Like watermelon seeds grow a watermelon plant. And bean seeds grow a bean plant. Little tomato seeds grow a tomato plant. We poke the seeds into the soil one by one. We have painted sticks different colors to mark the different kinds of seeds. That's a clever idea. When we water the seeds and wait for our surprise garden to grow, did you give some water to your seed to help it grow? I hope you did. Seeds need lots of water, but not too much. Okay, here's our next page about what we're learning about today. Worms. Do you see that worm in the soil? Worms are so healthy for gardens. Worms are garden helpers because they eat all the old leaves, and if you throw out some old scraps of vegetables to compost, this worm will eat it up, and then he'll turn it into compost for your garden. Compost is like food to help your garden grow. And look, he must have done a good job because look, all the seeds are starting to sprout into little seedlings. Soon the seeds sprout into small green shoots. Hopefully, if yours hasn't started, it'll do that this week. If it hasn't started in any green sprouts. We water the plants and the sun warms them. Our garden grows and grows. On some plants, flowers start to bloom. And look, their plants are growing even bigger. There's the bean sprout. That's probably what your seed is gonna look like. A nice tall one, and you can stick a stick in it and it will wind its way right up to grow the beans. And let's see some of the other garden helpers. Oh, there's the worm. That's what we're learning about today. Okay, so this week, keep watering your seed, watch it grow, and if your mom and dad are okay with it, post a picture in the comments so we can see how your seed is starting to grow. Today, we're going to be learning about worms. Worms are very interesting garden helpers. So this week, I'd love it if you guys dig in your soil in your outdoor spaces and see if you can find any worms. We're going to do a couple activities about worms that are in your Help Me Grow bag. So first, get out your long string. And we're going to pretend this is a long wiggly worm. And we're going to do a movement game with it. So we may need mom or dad's help to hold one end of the string and put it on the ground and wiggle it like this. Like a wiggly worm. And you are going to jump over it. But you have to be careful not to land on top of it because we don't want to hurt worms. They're such good garden helpers. So I'm going to sing the rhyme and see if you can jump over it while it's wiggling. Wiggle, 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 worm. Wiggle, wiggle, watch it squirm. Wiggle, wiggle in the dirt. Jump over him so he won't get hurt. I'll say that again, and you can keep using that rhyme at home with your wiggly worm. Are you ready? Wiggle, 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 worm. Wiggle, wiggle, watch him squirm. Wiggle, wiggle in the dirt. Jump over him so he won't get hurt. Okay, so that's a jump rope game you can play with your pretend worm. Another game we have in your Help Me Grow bag. This baggie of kinetic dirt. And 2 little worms are in there. So we're gonna have you make a pretend worm garden. So find a bowl or a plate that you can put your kinetic dirt on. Now this is not real dirt, so don't plant your seed in here because it won't grow. It's just pretend dirt that feels really good for our fingers. I'm gonna pour my dirt into a bowl. Ooh, let's see how it feels. And I'm gonna bring over my worms. Here you go. And we can make a little pretend play. Pretend like they are playing in the dirt. Don't drop it like me. Here you go. You can make your little worms different sizes and shapes because they're all wiggly. And put them in the play dirt. There you go. And then just play with them and feel the dirt and have some nice sensory fun with your worm hill. Ooh, it feels so good. So those are your activities for today. I'd love to hear how you did with them. So take a photo and post it in the comments if it's okay with your parents. There you go. There's your worm hill. We're gonna do another song to get ourselves moving before we leave today. We are gonna do the Wheels on the Bus today. So find a space where you can move. And we're gonna dance.
On wheels on the bus go round and round. Ooh, yeah, yeah. The wheels on the bus go round and round. Ooh, wheels on the bus. Wheels on the bus go round and round. They go round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round. They're going to your town. The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round. They go all through the town. The wipers on the bus go swish, swish, swish. Swish, 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 swish. The wipers on the bus go swish, swish, swish. All through the town. The wheels on the bus go round and round. The wheels on the bus. The wheels on the bus go round and round. They're going through your town. The wheels on the bus go round and round. Round and round, yeah. The wheels on the bus go round and round. They're going to your town. The horn on the bus goes beep, 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 beep. The horn on the bus goes beep, 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 all through the town. The baby on the bus goes wah, 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 wah. The baby on the bus goes wah, 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 all through the town. Gonna take a bus ride. Gonna take a bus ride. Gonna take a bus ride. Just get on the bus, gotta get on the bus. We're gonna take a bus ride. Come on, everybody, get on the bus. We're gonna take a bus ride. Tell me about the monkey.
He's on the bus.
The bus goes ooh, ooh, ooh. The monkey on the bus goes ooh, all through the town. Look me. On the bus go
Round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round.
all through the town.
Wheels on the bus go round and round.
Ooh, yeah.
The wheels on the bus go round and round. All through the town. Wheels on the bus go round and round.
Round and round, roll through the town.
The wheels on the bus go round and round. All through the town. Great job, you guys. We are going to cool it down now with a little bit of pizza yoga. So let's find a spot where you can spread out and stretch on the floor. And let's start by making our pizza pan. Let's put on some nice music. There we go. So let's make our pizza pan. And we need to start with our pizza dough. So reach up high in your cupboard and grab your pizza dough and slap it down on your pizza pan. Roll it this way and that way. This way. One more time. This way. In the middle. need the pizza sauce. So let's reach up high, grab our pizza sauce, and let's spread it all over the pizza dough. If you can get it all the way to the ends by your toes.
Like a tree.
Good job. Spread it all over.
My plate looks so pretty.
Next, we need the cheese. So let's reach up high,
So nice.
grab the cheese, and sprinkle it all over our pizza. This way, and that way, and in the middle. Good job. Next, we need to add some toppings. What's your favorite topping? Yum! My favorite topping is pineapples on pizza. So let's reach up and grab them. And sprinkle it all over the pizza. Good job! I think our pizza is ready to put it in the oven. So our oven is down really low. So let's get into child's pose, just like we practiced earlier. Bottom on our heels and stretch those fingers out as far as they'll go. Tuck your head down. Great job. But the buttons for the oven are up really high. So we have to curl up and get up really high into tree pose. Let's stand up if you want. You can stand on one leg or on two legs, whatever makes you comfortable. And let's press the buttons. Beep, 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 beep. Okay, let's wait for it to cook. Let's be the clock. Roll our head into nice neck rolls. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good job. I think our pizza's ready. So let's get back down into child's pose. Here you go. And pull it out the oven. Good job. And let's cut a slice for all of our friends. Let's cut 5 slices of pizza. Are you ready? Get your pizza cutter ready. And let's cut 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good job. Let's put it on our plate. Let's get into half lotus pose by stacking one leg on top of each other, or just crisscross applesauce if you can't do that. Let's put it on the plate. Oh no, it's very hot. So let's take a big deep breath to blow it out. Do we blow from here in our chest? Not when we're doing yoga. We're going to take a nice big deep breath from our diaphragm, this big muscle right above our belly. Let's take a big deep breath. And let's blow the other side. Let's take our biggest, deepest breath straight from our diaphragm. Great job. It's ready to eat. Are you ready? Mmm, delicious. That was so much fun. Thank you so much for being here today. Let's take a couple more deep breaths. Deep breath in and out. And deep breath in, smell the flowers, and blow out the birthday candles. My favorite part about today was the Wiggle Worm song. What was your favorite part? Thanks for sharing. Have a great day and see you soon.